If you're considering a move to Palm Bay, Florida, here are some neighborhoods you might want to avoid. If you're new here, my name's Alexandra and I'm a local realtor down on Florida's Space Coast. I have people calling me every day and I absolutely love it. So if you have any questions about what it might be like living here in Florida, go ahead and give me a call, shoot me a text message, or send me an email. I've got your answers and I would love to chat with you. And if you want to keep seeing videos like this, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time we post a new video. All right, let's get into it. The city of Palm Bay is split into 4 quadrants. We have northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. Each quadrant is a little bit different, so it's really important to learn about how each one differs so you can determine the best location for your new home. If you're like me and you don't want to deal with a septic system or a well, you'll probably want to avoid most of Northwest Palm Bay and Southwest Palm Bay. The exceptions to this are living in a gated subdivision or an HOA community. For example, communities like Cypress Bay, the Waterstone communities in Bayside Lakes and Southeast Palm Bay, and St. John's Preserve, Avery Springs, and other similar communities in Northwest Palm Bay all have city water and sewer. It's when we start talking about homes that are not within an HOA community and are out on a scatter lot that those homes are more likely to be on septic systems and a well. Of course, you can find some homes on scatter lots that are on city water and sewer, but they're few and far between. If you want to avoid heavier traffic during your morning and evening commutes, you might want to stay away from neighborhoods where Babcock Street is really the only way for you to get where you need to go. A great place to live to avoid some of this is this portion of Northeast Palm Bay, where you're situated between Babcock Street and US 1. So you can kind of pick which route you want to take based on how heavy traffic is. Also, disclaimer, when we're talking about heavy traffic, we're talking about heavy traffic for our area. If you're moving from a bigger city like New York, Miami, Atlanta, our traffic here is not even close to comparable. When you first move here, you'll probably find it humorous what locals consider heavy traffic. If you want to stay away from more populated areas and live somewhere that's a little bit more quiet and rural, you'll probably want to avoid Northeast Palm Bay. Northeast Palm Bay is the most populated of the quadrants, and it's also the closest to the most popular shopping. If you're looking for somewhere quieter, right now, Southwest Palm Bay may be a great spot for you to look. If you want to avoid living in the quote-unquote ghetto, you're in luck. Despite what you may have heard or what you may have read online, Palm Bay, Florida does not have a ghetto. Like any other city in the world, Palm Bay, Florida has some areas that are more or less desirable than others. Those of you from New York and Atlanta, you've seen what those real rough, dangerous areas look like, and it's just not here. These are the suburbs, baby. If you want to live closer to current major shopping areas, you probably want to avoid living in Southern Palm Bay. In Southern Palm Bay, you'll have a slightly longer drive than if you lived in the northern quadrants. Now, we're talking about a difference between 10 to 15 minutes and 20 to 25 minutes. So the difference isn't astronomical, but there is a little bit of a difference. The northern quadrants are much more conveniently located to Hammock Landing and Melbourne Square Mall. If you're planning to move to Palm Bay, Florida for just a few years, you probably want to avoid living around a lot of construction noise. In this case, I would highly recommend avoiding areas like Southeast Palm Bay and the parts of Northwest Palm Bay where we have a lot of new construction going on. Instead, I would focus your efforts in Northeast Palm Bay, Southeast Palm Bay, and some parts of Northwest Palm Bay. While these areas do have some new construction on a random scatter lot, for the most part, they have been established for many years. If you love to spend a lot of time out on your front or back porch enjoying the quiet, serene sounds of nature, you probably want to avoid this part of Southwest Palm Bay. Now, due to YouTube's algorithms, I cannot say what is right here because it will potentially block this video from the algorithms, but I'll try and put something here so that you know what it is. You'll hear the noises from this facility mostly on the weekends, but it's pretty constant. Locals that live in the area have said that they've gotten used to it, and they got used to it pretty quickly after moving there. It doesn't bother them, but I know if it were me, I would probably want to know that this is located here before moving rather than after the fact when I'm trying to enjoy a nice cup of tea or coffee and then all of a sudden, I'm feeling like I'm downrange. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Thanks for watching. Bye.